this unit,
Trying real hard not to... We got enough to worry about as it is, and adding this much chaos to our little crew can't end well. You sure we ought to be helping her? I'll try to keep an open mind, Commander. But anyway, appreciate you hearing me out. So, Arbiter Rao. I can sympathize with his plight to some extent, but why do we have to be the ones to help him? Maybe I ought to spell this out. I'm his enemy, Commander, and he's mine. Letting him aboard is putting both of us in a bad spot. Yeah, but do the rest of us deserve to be put at risk? I ain't just saying this to be contrary, Commander. If he actually agrees to keep the peace, then fine, but I still gotta maintain due diligence. Anyway, appreciate you hearing me out.
This ship is certainly quaint. The grease stains and thrice retrofitted pipes give one the thrilling impression that the ship might burst into flames at any moment. I suppose there's something charming about its lived-in nature. Nevertheless, I have availed myself of the ship's cleaning supplies. Unsightliness is an enemy as sure as any other. Certainly, I consider myself an open tome. Quite well. I am able to uphold justice wherever it may flag. Bolstered, of course, by your steady support. Was there more in this vein you wish to discuss? In every respect, save being humans, and perhaps even that is arguable in the Sentinel's case. Where arbiters uphold justice and loyalty within the Protectorate, the Sentinels operate on its fringes. They are clandestine operatives, little more than alleyway backstabbers. I find them wholly unnecessary. As you might expect, they are the Consul's pet project. Straightforward. I was trained from a young age under the tutelage of Supreme Arbiter Marthana Andros, alongside my co-protege. Only those rated most highly on the Protectorate Acumen test could be placed even among the ranks of arbiters. And to be mentored by the Supreme Arbiter herself was a great honor. Moreover, she taught her proteges to seek out evidence before judging as they saw fit, despite the fact that an arbiter needs nothing of the sort to declare something a crime. An arbiter would never abuse their power. Every action we take is on behalf of the Sovereign and upholding the Protectorate. In any other society, I could see such a scenario resulting in anarchy, but the Protectorate is matriarch ordained. Our devotion is ironclad. Why would they need to? The Protectorate provides everything any individual could want. Anything beyond the norm is unnecessary at best and actively traitorous at worst. As the Protectorate's most elite, we proteges needed to be able to think flexibly and adapt to situations that faced us should they require adaptation. At least, I believe that's why. Would that I could still ask her. Alas. Sneer all you like, but our society has operated in this manner for more than 100 years. Normally, arbiters do not need to prosecute, for all operate as they should. Ask, and I shall answer. Who amongst our motley assortment would you care to discuss? I find Agent Ibarra most curious. His system of values differs from my own, but not so much as I would expect. I look forward to understanding him better. He faces an interesting dilemma as an isolated member of the Earth Directorate. As do you, of course. I hope you both remain steadfast to your values. She is an endearing piece of engineering. Her continued functionality, despite her advanced age, speaks to a skilled caretaker, though she retains certain quirks. Earlier, she bumped into my head, bleating, "Please do your part to keep the incognito clean. Remove any and all foreign mineral deposits." She is an enemy combatant, and were I not in your command, I would be honor-bound to bring her low. Yet, she is also oddly intriguing. She does not possess the scavenger's appetite of her colleagues. Perhaps if I came to know her better, I might, find techniques to use against her fellows. She is most certainly a typical Auntie's choice minion, unfortunately. Though overlooking it is immensely difficult, I shall do so to maintain positive relations with yourself. I have absolutely no inkling whatsoever why you would choose to bring a deranged cultist aboard. Aza's kind plagued Arcadia even before the invasion. To be forced to call her colleague is almost more than I can bear. I can only hope she does not see it fit to pilot our ship into a rift to sate her own macabre ambitions. Verily, idle gossip hardly suits an arbiter anyhow.
Victor wasn't exactly the partner in crime I envisioned DeVries to have. Someone with a little more grit. That man back there? Reckon a tough crossword puzzle would have eventually sent him over the edge, even if we hadn't come along. And DeVries had him building a bomb. She obviously manipulated him into acting against his conscience. But he didn't leave us room to show him any grace neither. You ever wonder what might have happened if DeVries had let us in on her initial plan? Surely we wouldn't have been taken in by her rhetoric like Victor. Right? No, yeah, of course. Stupid question. It's just, I look at someone like Victor and see the trap I might have fallen into. True, but DeVries is still DeVries. She's good at deconstructing folks, uncovering their points of failure. She'd have known I had my heart set on being a hero. After Triangulum, all I wanted was to do for other colonies what Augustine had done for mine. Still do, if I'm honest. Maybe not. Past 10 years have more or less proven that out. Thanks for letting me wax for a bit. We can get back to what we were doing now. Unless there was something else you needed. Always up for a little back fence talk, though I'm guessing you don't mean Val. Can't say I know her well enough to have much in the way of an opinion. She seems capable, and shockingly, she hasn't tried to sell me anything yet. She's still got more loyalty to Auntie's choice than they have to her, but maybe we can help her see that one day. Well, he hasn't brought the hammer down upon us yet, so I suppose that's something. I still wouldn't play the odds on him choosing us over the Protectorate if it came right down to it, but I'd be happy to be proven wrong there. I think she'd have a hell of a time passing the Directorate psychological screening. Don't much care for all her talk about disembowelment, neither. Truth be told, I don't know her all that well. Reckon she's unmoored and grabbing for anything that feels like purpose. Same as the rest of us. At least that's what I would say if I was feeling charitable. Most days, sure thing. I trust you've got particulars in mind?
That tremendous statue is of Matriarch Alexandra Varick, founder of the Protectorate. I'm shocked the traitors haven't defaced it.
Protectorate, apologies, outsider. Lately, you are, of course, well, if it's in the yes, so I frequently launch as I am single-handedly make event.
You must be the, Earth Directorate agent I was told to expect. Your punctuality is Allow me to welcome you to Golden Reach. I'm afraid I've no refreshments available, but can I interest you in a customary debate over decidability? Sensible. Straight to business, then. The presiding bishop sent word of your imminent arrival. However, pursuant to our normal standards of compartmentalization, that said, I've been instructed to assist you however I can. So, tell me, what brings you to Golden Reach? DeVries. Now, why does that name ring familiar? Landon, do you recall a DeVries?
I don't generally concern myself with passers through. If this DeVries was not a member of the Order, then it's unlikely we ever exchanged mats. Victor Clemens, some kind of radical. What an absurd notion.
I must agree with my seer. I once watched Victor shed copious tears over a damaged datapad. It's difficult to imagine him capable of worse. You may be right. To quote my old anatomizer instructor, hard to see into a man's heart without a scalpel.
He... What?
I'm grieved to hear this news. Like many of our most brilliant minds, Victor was also troubled. I only wish I'd realized sooner the extent. Sadly, true. Now then, by exposing Victor's machinations, you've done the Order a good turn. Perhaps you would be interested in doing another? No doubt you heard of the recent attack launched on that Anti's Choice base, Outpost Opportunity. It came from one of our facilities, the Zeranium Manufactory. But that facility is intended for research, not military action. I hate thinking an Order member responsible, but given the precision of the attack, it does suggest traitors in our midst. It would undoubtedly benefit both of us to root them out.
Respectfully, Scholar, given current tensions, should we really be trusting such a delicate task to this stranger? Would an internal review of our ranks not be more appropriate? Earth Directorate agent is just a title. I'd seek to know who you are beyond that bit of headline.
I don't dispute the need for discretion, my friend, but the presiding bishop made the determination to send the agent to us. It's best we trust her calculations. Moreover, our situation is growing increasingly dire. I can't overstate my fears concerning this most recent attack ending the ceasefire and reigniting the war in Golden Ridge. One more thing. Your investigation into the traitors takes precedence, but if you could also render aid at Outpost Opportunity on our behalf, such a gesture might preserve the peace. I knew... Here, take this writ of investigative inquiry. It'll grant you access to the manufactory. Seer Wiley and I will conduct our own inquest into these traitors you've mentioned erstwhile, illuminating the path...
A calling for those with...
Seer Wiley is... why? Matriarch's mercy would not be the refuge it is without... Not if you consider the alternative. Its absence would be far more catastrophic. That is a statue of the matriarch. Alexandra... Regrettably, Alexandra Monastery is closed.
Oh, certainly. According to my...
Haha, good news indeed. Oh, you really must...
time is yours. You may.
I suppose I can give you the time of day.
Sub Rosa, thanks. What fine contraband might I supply you with this day? We stand that we'd be on. We've still got feet.
Did the missive not play, or Zerania Manufactory 7 presently and for an indeterminate time is in lockdown? That means no. Wait, you have a writ from the abbot, but we don't have any means of. Yes. This is Factor Metadier. Am I to understand?
Right over here. You're not getting down below until you talk to me. So, the abbot deigned to send some... Wait, is that an Auntie's Choice enhanced soldier with you?
We want answers, not a fight. And if indeed there's any retribution to be had, it won't be by my hand. Tell him, Commander.
All within the Order are equal parts of the equation. It is functionally useless to imply... Sometimes I cannot fathom what goes through the abbot's mind, but your paper... I'll send word you're en route. I expect your behavior will remain impeccable. As soon as I've seen to securing the facility, I'll be along straight away. The recent attack may have originated from this facility, but I assure you it was not at our hand. One of our transport pods, filled with Zeranium, was diverted toward, or more specifically at, their location. Though functionally correct, I assure you. The transport pods are fired into space. To date, no one has ever misused them for this purpose, despite the explosive nature of the material. Fortunately, we have managed to corner the apparent perpetrator down below. Our suspect, one Initiate Alva, previously supervised launch controls. Though steadfastly maintaining her innocence, she has also barricaded herself in the operations. Both of them? I admit.
It evidently originated here. Transport pod full of Zeranium. Blue outpost opportunity to knock the hinges and fenders. So, has it been classified as an accident? What I'd like to know, the Proctor's a low-functioning functionary at best. I mean, just look at this mess. What are you doing up here? How did you get past the gate? The What? I'm going to assume that's something official that actually exists. Forgive me. All this business with the lockdown everything appeared routine at the time. We launch transport pods into space regularly. They get collected. The Zeranium we refine here is It wasn't until we heard I ran a systems audit on the launch sequence afterwards. Just a transport pod full of Zeranium was fired from here at Outpost Opportunity. It subsequently exploded in terminal input functions down below in operations. The low-ranking scientist who launched the pod is inside. Regrettably, that is all I know. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Initiate Alpha, stand down. Relinquish control of this facility immediately. Oh, my dear Proctor, you can't believe a low-level drudge like me is responsible for any of this. You'd have us all believe you seized control to demonstrate your innocence. Wait, is this being broadcast? I have no idea how this audio doodad works. You're the one in charge here, Proctor Svoboda. Are you sure you didn't do something? I demand your unconditional surrender at... Hello, Proctor? I'm pushing buttons over here now. Did I disconnect you somehow?
Took over.
Things have been a mite haywire.
Ah, yes, of course. Next on my list of lowest probability events, strangers sent by the Abbot, gallivanting about amidst a lockdown. If we'd been able to communicate beyond our walls, might have saved you a trip. As I can see, a low-level subordinate, assigned here years ago. But I'm now realizing how little we actually know about her. A spy or turncoat, no doubt. A sleeper agent from one of those secret enemy programs you're always hearing about. Within a beat of us hearing of the attack, Alpha seized command of the system. She then forcefully repelled several attempts to extricate her. 2 are dead already. Poor Jacobs lost a hand trying to pry free the outer doors. Why, she could destroy this entire place at any moment from in there. I implore you to stop her before she does so. I fear violence whatever for. We've already established her guilt. I suppose some limited nosing about before dispatching her wouldn't hurt. Presuming she doesn't kill us, I'll be in my office.
Gotta keep moving, Commander.
Readying application of force!
Now, this is important. Would you describe the miraculous glycerin as slathering?
Two exemplars, dead as Pythagoras.
Of course, she's hiding something. You think those two exemplars just
Investigator? Circumstances proceed toward intended results.
Oh, hello. A visitor. Who is it they're sending now? And who are you, dear? You're what? Some maverick for hire? Oh, no, I can see it now. Earth Directorate, yes? Like Commander Zane and that rascal Buddy. And who is that you brought with you? A friend? Ah, an Auntie's Choice grafted soldier. You poor dear. And someone else. Oh, my! That Earth Directorate support mech is a design classic. All this for me. Fear I hardly deserve such attention. This entire business is just a terrible misunderstanding. Oh, believe you me, I'd like to know that more than anyone. I am thoroughly unaware how anyone would think me capable of all this. I was apparently at the wrong point in space at the wrong point in time. Really? Do you see me, a saboteur? Oh, don't they always attempt to, flee the scene? I'll tell you exactly what happened. Our transport pod leveled outpost opportunity. I immediately realized someone must have bypassed my terminal. I initiated a lockdown to block further tampering. Had I not, additional attacks may have continued. Now, to Despite a long record of dedicated service, who's being blamed for this calamity? Me, somehow. I hate to speak poorly of management, but we workfolk around the manufactory consider the proctor something of a petty bureaucrat, dear. I assume she's acting as any functionary would, assigning blame to appear in control. But you know the type, surely. I've refused a few promotions over the years. Undemanding work provides me ample personal time for my stories. I enjoy speculative fiction. Does that make me suspicious?
Enjoying speculative fiction is not yet deemed a crime by Earth Directorate law. Premeditated murder and acts of terror are.
Yes, that was terrible. I feel awful. Though technically speaking, they did kill each other. There was a scuffle. Their weapons fired. It was a most unfortunate thing. Dear me, I wish I did, but... Actually, there may be a way you could gain answers here. The firing record should contain all relevant details regarding the launch. Why, yes, I could unseal access to the records repository for you, and open the path leading there. I'd be right grateful if you'd have a look. I swear I'm completely innocent of this heinous act they're accusing me of. If you need to hear me say it, surely. I promise not to destroy this facility with all of us in it. Was that reassuring enough? Appreciate your help, dear. Please return when you have found something. May the plan favor us against long odds.
Always account for standard deviation. Back, I hear. Don't see answers being discreet about
Our Earth Directorate friend. Hello. I've been conversing with Factor Matadier here while you were...
Yes, they witnessed me rather discomposed, I fear. Visions of Auntie's choice reprisal clouded my thoughts at the time. Troops now guard the entrance above. Our safety addressed, I have turned my attention to the caulk. Do not let my position fool you. All within the Order are scienticians, and hence we seek the truth of any hypothesis based on evidence. The Proctor's accusation is no different. You suspect me somehow? One must keep one's...
You've examined the launch records, yes? What did you find? I suppose the data wipe was meant to cover their trail. The physical records would have been altered, dear, presumably by some difficult-to-discern chemical means. Ah, but listen to me. What do I know about this sort of thing? I know I've watched too many, but still... Even the most junior scientist knows the best explanation is one requiring the fewest assumptions. Ergo, I set the correct coordinates. Someone overrode them. There should be ample time for regret later, dear. For now, I'll admit the armchair invest... Someone may be pulling her strings, perhaps. That's what investigators like you say, isn't it? A Zeranium leak occurred moments after the launch. I imagine it may have been used as the overriding of the coordinates also deserves a look. Don't you?
I can speak to the coordinate override, I believe. All commands are routed through the hub in central processing. If one meant to accomplish what you're suggesting, they would likely look...
I expect the Zeranium leak stemmed from alterations to the control boards and refinement logistics. All right. There. I've unsealed both areas.
I'll stay here and play for more time. If the Proctor sends anyone, I'll say I'm...
May all your endeavors add to the equation. May circumstances proceed toward intended results. Conference Svoboda seeks retribution. This unit is capable of complying.
Over here.
Thank you kindly. I am decidedly in your debt. Anything you need? Anything a lowly... Of course. I am now able to breathe easy. Strange question, but yes. All commands pass through the hub here. Through that wiring. I was in my cot doing advanced equations. After the explosion occurred, I rushed. The door was creaky to open. I should have known it would lodge in place when it closed, but I was distracted by the... Well, in my professional opinion, look, based on the sloppy state it was left in, I'd say that works in operations, right? Always on about her stories. Wish I had time to watch... Well, careful on your way out. Try not to be liquefied and subsequently devoured.
like if she were responsible for the attack, she'd have happily thrown it in my face.
Respecting one's elders is considered good manners in most colonies. Exceptions may be made for violent offenders.
Ah, yes. Suppose you'll do. I've been hoping an empiricist or assessor would amble by. Oh, what else will this... Might I entreat you to act in such a capacity? The control board to divert the... Well, we developed a pharmaceutical primer that, tremendous. Why, this day... May deliberate endeavors beget Yes, yes, I have had my fill of stochastic uncertainty today.
Always account for standard deviation.
Oh, hello, dear. Why, we were just talking.
Or specifically, potential implications for a multitude of troubling...
You know how the order is. Always calculating something. But please, Tell us what you discovered.
That you found evidence that the coordinates were rerouted is definitely something. Would be an odd step for Alva here to take, except perhaps to throw blame elsewhere.
I admit I had the knowledge to cause the leak, but not the authorization. And yes, why would I reroute coordinate commands away from here? I'm sufficiently certain our proctor is conspiring with an outside party. So I'm coming out now. She's going to tell me who she's working with. Then I'm going to kill her.
Wait a minute. You're going to what? Our investigation, it's unfinished. And you're an initiate. What are you talking about?
Oh, I see you two thought you were proving my innocence. No, you were helping identify my target. I'd advise you dears to help or stay out of my way. Proctor Svoboda needs to pay for her actions.
Yes, I concur. That may be the only part of this that seems certain. You are far more capable than some back manufacturing button pusher. Who are you, really?
I am a dedicated agent of the Order, but no, dear. My name is not Miriam Alva. I am Marisol Delgado, formerly of the Department of Preemptive Causal Redirection.
That group was just a story to scare novice scienticians. Next, you're going to be telling me you're... Wait. It is you, isn't it? The one they called the Endpoint.
I arrived decades ago to lie low after a difficult assignment. More than that, I have nothing to speak on at present.
The rumors about your department. They said anyone who might delay the equation being solved disappeared. If there are any hints of truth to that, I find it severely at odds with Order tenets for balancing efficiency with humanity.
This is hardly the time for a history lesson or debate, I'm afraid. Perhaps you shouldn't. My earlier endeavors were often disconcerting. But the truth remains. Whatever is happening here, I'm not involved.
That you are who you are, and are standing right and have been here for years. It's all much to digest. I suspect your methods are not my own, nor the Order's, as I know it. And I fear your intentions for Proctor Svoboda. I cannot be party to this, but neither shall I stand in your way.
A wise calculation, my friend. Good thing you showed up when you did. You saved me from having to kill everyone here. Svoboda has much to answer for. Let's go see that she does.
What's this? What are you doing here? Come to surrender, I take it.
After decades keeping this identity, your inexpert blundering has rendered it obsolete. I am Marisol Delgado, former head intercessor of the Order. This would be an ideal time to confess everything. Before you die.
You can't possibly be party to all this. Not with her vast misdeeds so readily apparent.
Our investigator has definitively determined my innocence following a thorough investigation.
I don't know what you found, but any so-called evidence was likely laid there for someone to discover. By a party with years spent in hiding. This is all nothing more than a flagrant example of artifice and bunco. An elaborate song and dance from an admitted imposter.
Enough, traitor. You made your play. You lost. No more deception. No more lies. Time to pay what is due.
No, wait,
Thus concludes a thoroughly distasteful business. What a nice and thoughtful thing to say, dear. Best search her office. Someone clearly was pulling her strings.
Updating threat assessment of Marisol Delgado to hi.
The terminal unsealed the effluvium repository. That's traditionally off limits. Ideal spot to hide something. We should take a look. Used to be brimming with runoff chemical sludge. It's been renovated, I see. Another terminal. Go ahead. You should have the honors. Proctor's efforts appear part of a larger scheme. Ah, of course. I should have assumed you had a greater purpose here. I have some unfinished business I need to get back to. I could use help from an operator like you. I propose a strategic partnership. You help me, I help you. What do you say? I've an old contact on Cloister I need to look up. Part of a small matter there. Some research the Order considered heretical. Worth restarting, I think. Good, good. It's a little crowded here, though, isn't it?
Supposing that means no joyrides and no scratching the paint? I can manage that.
Excellent.
My fellow loyalists, it is time. Due to the Earth Directorate operatives' continued meddling, we must increment our timetable by a factor of hours, not days. Accordingly, our forces have taken over the monastery. Those I predetermined to be resilient to reason have been executed. The rest should not cause us trouble. I have locked the lift to prevent the agent from reaching the monastery, but the following code will grant you access. 34145. I will continue my work from here, supplying Augustine with everything she needs for our plan to succeed, and delaying the agent as I'm able to. May the results of our actions today secure a more prosperous tomorrow for our sacred order.
Swear I can't lie low for 20 years without everything in the Order falling apart. Well, suppose we better head to the monastery now, yes?
Investigator.
Yeah? And what exactly makes you so sure of that? Huh. Interesting. Did he say who he thinks did hit us? Not that it matters, I suppose. Not like, seriously? You expecting me to ring up Auntie? You've clearly been out in the Dorado sun for too long. Ah, an offer for... It just so happens we might be able to trade... Lately, my luck's been right miserable. I got enemy sneak attacks. You cut down the number of issues that are vexing me, and I'll send... Or, if all that sounds like too much work for you, there are other ways to curry my favor. That bomb that hit us, it was filled with uranium. So not only did it kill us the good old-fashioned way, my contract medicalist over there is literally up. You get her the compression coil she needs to make the auto docks work, and that should cut her billable hours in half. There's been a murder at one of our forts. A trooper's accused of poisoning her senior officer for some preposterous reason. Problem is, I'm already short on medical special. Go find out who done it, and I'll send the message you're asking for. This is gonna make no more sense for me saying it than it's gonna make a real, actual, pincer-faced, carapace-having mantisaur. Not a half-human one, or a psychic one, or a talking... Anyways, there's some dispute over who his second should be, and he can't exactly decide himself. So, now you know that's an... So don't let either... Please tell me there's a damn good reason you're back. Then why buy lo...
What's hotter than fire?
What in the scrupulous name of profitable deductibles do you think you're doing? Just help, huh? We need compression. Without them, they can't convert as many as you can. There's so much. Auntie dropped extra compression coils in pods from orbit to help many.
Anticipating request. This...
You're back. Please tell me if, well...
Auntie's choice is the best. Auntie's choice. Up, down, up, down, up, down. Just like the inconsistent profit margins of our competitor. It's the hot shot for hire. From the wireless.
Your communication skills are quite remarkable, Valerie. I haven't seen a more robust artificial conversation system outside of EUENIAC at the archive.
Thank you, Agent Delgado. This unit's speech system utilizes a language bank of 4,096 words and phrases accessed during conversation based on context and messaging variety.
Yes, exactly. I've noticed that you very rarely repeat the same messages.
Thank you, Agent Delgado. This unit's speech system utilizes a language bank of 4,000...
Oh, yes, that's a milestone worth noting. Now I've seen everything.
Hey, damn it, frog daredevil.
Resorting to violence.
Emergency ready.
Stun weapon ready, Commander. Mobilizing. Batten scan. Adversary vulnerabilities identified. Hostilities are afoot. Target analyzed. Lay down fire. scope for combatant analysis. Investigating hot. Target analyzed.
Of outpost opportunity are less than optimal.
Enemies detected.
Reconnoitering. Mobilizing.
Fortificator at ready status.
Resorting to violence.
Adversary vulnerabilities identified. Ratcheting up my aggression. Combatant scan.
We need to assist with Agent's health.
I have a fix on their weaknesses. Combatant scanned.
Standing by with life support.
Target analyzed.
Maintaining air battle. Mind the needles.
Necessary vulnerabilities identified. Check your scopes for combatant analysis. Adversary vulnerabilities identified.
Health benefits available at your request.
scan.
Mine! There you are!
Fortified.
I would not refuse medical support.
There you are!
Thank you, dear. Proceeding to attack. Stun weapon ready, Commander.
Promoting team
Apollo. No targets, no attack. They're benumbed. Purification in progress.
System failure. Standing by.
Handle this. Get your scope for combatant analysis.
Emergency protocol syringes primed.
I have a fix on their weaknesses. Target analyzed. Lay down fire. Mobilizing. Go for torpification. Combatant scanned. Get the fight out of them. Knocking them down. Adversary vulnerabilities identified.
This unit patiently awaits repair.
I have a fix on their weaknesses.
Resuming hostilities.
Detecting hostile intention. Target analyzed. Lay down fire. Check your scopes for combatant analysis. Torpificator at ready status.
There be none. Mitigating the threat.
I have a fix on their weaknesses.
since this war began. Can't rightly recall. It's a struggle to keep track with the constant threat of bullets ventilating your brain pan. Had another run-in with those brigands. Caught us unawares while out on patrol. The Order is hard enough to contend with, then we got them too. Just have to make a man weep. How many good soldiers have we lost out in those law-forsaken wastes? Every time we send a patrol out, we count ourselves lucky if even half of them come back. Now, it's my squad's turn. Chances are this will be the last you'll ever hear of me. Tell my wife that, law help me. Just tell her I love her.
Sitting here safely, but I hope Command sends some cost-effective method for cleaning up this uranium soon. You ain't doing what I think. Only thing between me and a double promotion is people and outpost opportunity. Reckon it's a good day to be me. You really did just crack that door. Since this war began. Can't rightly recall. It's a struggle to keep track with the constant threat of bullets ventilating your brain pan. Had another run-in with those brigands. Caught us unawares while out on patrol. The Order was hard enough to contend with, now we got them too. It's not gonna be a man week. How many good soldiers have we lost out in those law-forsaken wastes? Every time we send a patrol out, we count ourselves lucky if even half of them come back. And now, it's my squad's turn. Chances are this will be the last you'll ever hear of me. Tell my wife that, law help me. Just tell her I love her. Only thing between me and... Oh, a freelancer. I didn't know we hired any, but I'm glad to have you. Especially after that last attack.
What? I believe refugees attempted to take solace from the fighting here. I only hope they found peace